Disc golf fans, welcome back to the 2024 River Riot 2 presented by Visit the Shoals. We are back out here in Florence, Alabama, switching venues yesterday at McFarland. Today we are at the beautiful club at Cypress. A gem. Felix Vega back in the booth along with Conrad Norwood. Conrad, we saw the heat becoming a factor here towards the closeout of this front nine.
Yeah, there's plenty of water on the course, but there's not enough shade. I can tell you that much from personal experience. We do see the heat that the players are bringing here as we look at the leaderboard and see who is in contention for making this lead card for tomorrow's round here back at the club. We're going to start off with hole 10. It is a par 3 coming in at 465 feet. You got OB on the left, on the right, and behind the basket. All this you got to navigate while trying to still park this par 3. We see a lot of players go a little long on the right side, but if you get the angle right, you can land right here by the basket and have a elevated putt to secure a birdie. That's the goal. That's what everyone is trying to do. Let's see how our players fare. Harper up first.
Harper with the clean down, 6 under so far. This is blitzed.
Whoa.
That is way out of bounds.
Yes, like behind the basket out of bounds. Like he gave it his all and it went his all.
I think he did it on purpose.
Here's Johnny.
I think he was just trying to intimidate the rest of the card and show them what he can do. So it just went 100 feet past. Johnny, however, dialed it right up to the pin. It looked like just left of it.
Mm-hmm.
Logan in the past has kind of played this for the 3, and I think he's not really going to have a choice here but to do the same.
Yeah, I didn't see that when I was there, but I just saw him clip that branch that was on the right doing a little course maintenance, and that slowed down some of his momentum. Let's watch Stone's route.
Flexi backhand.
Yeah.
Looked like it almost skipped off Logan's disc there. Yep, pitching up for the
Logan with a pitch up.
easy 3. That was his play last year. Even when he threw a good drive, he just stepped right up and just laid it next to the pin.
Yeah, because it can get a little hairy when you're out in the open. It can be a little bit of wind. Right now we see the flag isn't moving that much, but there can be, and it's an elevated pin.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff can go wrong in that situation. That was a safe bid there.
He had to take that pretty far back from where his disc ended up.
Oh, yeah, where he went out of bounds. He went out of bounds early. Ooh.
Johnny with the best drive of the bunch, and unfortunately he's not going to be able to capitalize. He's going to have to take the par here.
Yeah, we can see the flag is moving just a little bit more than what it was originally when I made that statement. So that may have factored into him hitting the band.
Solid putt there for the bogey for Harper. Going to come back to the field a little bit here, bringing him to 18.
Yeah, I think that's his first blemish of the event, actually.
It absolutely is. What?
Oh, wow. I don't have words.
Oh, man, that's so disheartening. You played the hole the way you wanted to. You got the result you wanted to, and then the finish wasn't what you were hoping for.
I'm hoping everyone else at home takes the luxury of rewinding and seeing exactly what happened, because I don't even understand like how that just came back out the basket.
That's so disheartening. Well, we move on. The hole 11, par 3, 380 feet. Tight gap here off the tee. You see these 2 trees kind of frame up the majority of the line that you want your disc to fly through. A forehand here, a really good play as you can kind of follow the landscape from left to right and let your disc flow back on over at the end of the flight. Backhand can get there, but it is quite a bit tricky as it wants to naturally fade back away from the basket towards the hillside, but some of that can help kind of catch your disc and keep you in play for the look at the 2 as well. Johnny wasting no time going right at it and walking away confidently.
Oh, wow. He just piped the fairway and went past the basket. To do that on the backhand is like remarkable.
Logan actually hit the band last year
Ooh.
on this
Oh, yeah,
basket.
he
This
did.
one getting clipped up a little early with that Firebird. And that's going to give him maybe a couple different options to try to get up and down, but he's going to have some trees to contend with.
Ooh. That was an early kick.
Yeah.
We'll see what he has to do from over there for his second shot. See what Stone does with his backhand here.
Get through it all, and it does.
Gets through it all, and it does, like you said, it kind of fades away at the end, so it's taking him away from the basket a little bit. But he should still have a very clean look. Ooh. Yeah.
Boy.
Harper he's in there.
Yeah, he's got trees in his backswing.
Trying to...
Branches in his face. Having to go to a knee.
With a forehand.
That.
And that works out very well.
Shot. That's a great scramble there for Harper. Really showing some versatility in the game there.
Mm-hmm. Logan making short of that up shot to get to the basket. Make sure he gets his par to stay on pace here.
Stone circle 2, probably about 40, 45, and he cans
Oh my
it.
goodness. It's just the pace that he putts with. It's like the flair and the showmanship and the charisma and all that just flows through the putter right into the basket. That's nice.
It's fun to watch. And Johnny just right side there. You can see the banner was moving right to left, so he's expecting that putter to kind of swing in and just didn't quite get all the way over.
Yeah, you see that the flag is now still as they're putting, but
a couple of cleanups for par there.
all right, here we go. One of the first par fives we get to is hole 12, 805 feet. You got to make it out of this tunnel. There is OB right there on that cart path. Make it past the short basket. You still got to push on and keep going. We do have another OB cart path that is on the right. We see some newly planted trees to help as the hole matures and develops. And as you get to the green, slightly elevated basket and a very sloping green immediately behind it. So there's a lot going on this hole from tee to green.
Fortunately, early kick there for Stone. Johnny fighting through the cabbage. And he gets out near the short position there for the AMs. This is one of 5 par 5s on this course.
This 5? So maybe I should have said the first on the back.
Yeah, it's the second one. Hole 5 was also a par 5. This is the...
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5.
Ooh. Now that kick is going to bring OB on the left into play. I don't know if he makes it there or not.
Looks like he's safe. Stone has a couple of gaps to work with here. Oh, goes for that one. Right side, a little bit of hyzer needs to get back over, and that should be just fine.
That's where we need to be.
Yeah, that's fine. Should still be able to save a par from that. Birdie's kind of out of the question at this point when you're this far back off the first. Harper makes it up to the top of the ledge there, so he'll have a... I don't know if he'll still be able to see the basket, but should have at least a little bit of easier footing versus running uphill. Oh my goodness!
Good stop. What a stop.
Yeah.
He has a hole right where he plants, so he's gonna switch the game plan up.
Yeah. I don't fault him at all.
Going with the standstill forehand instead. Just wanted to get past this mandatory here on the left.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's a mandatory on the left.
That needs to get down, and it does.
Okay.
That cart path kind of loops around the majority of this hole here, and that it does play as out of bounds as you get to the end there. It really becomes a factor close to the pin.
Oh yeah, it's inside. It's well inside
Yeah.
the circle.
Johnny, low laser over the ridge, and there it
wow.
is. He's going to have that look for an eagle if he wants it.
Stone showing us his work here, flirting with the OB, but
Really flirting with the OB.
I think he may have been OB
He
for a second, but
was.
came back in bounds.
Yeah. You can't depend on that ground play because it's a cart path too, but it's not like an asphalt one. It's kind of soft, so you can get some dead skips to keep you OB over there.
Yeah, you can.
Harper was asking me, he's like, where's the best place to miss? I told him you miss left, and you miss left aggressively. You do not want to miss right. So he made sure to miss left. Oh,
Oh, what a great upshot. Thanks for the assist with the pole there from being further away.
beauty. Good touch there. Johnny going turbo.
Ooh, just short. I really want to see one of those just
I
ring it
know.
up.
Harper.
This is a touchy putt
Oh,
because OB is so close to
Yes.
the basket if you miss that.
it's just a couple paces away.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm looking at it, it's like at the edge of
Mhm.
bullseye, so like very easy to hit metal and find yourself there.
Couple of pars there.
Logan with the birdie.
Yeah, hole 12 does play under par, but you can see how it can also cause you to take a number out here.
Oh yeah.
And we move on to hole 13, a par 4. This is a challenging one, 717 feet, double mandatory there. Those two trees that you must pass between. There's out of bounds left where that cart path is on the left-hand side past these cedar bushes. Backhand will get you somewhere around here. Then you can either take high side hyzer or you can go low side forehand here. Unless you get down to the flats, then it gives you a couple more options to approach this very guarded green here with slope and out of bounds looming right behind it as well. Again, very tight and close to the pin. Johnny booming this one over on a flex line. Spins the catch cam
Oh wow.
way out there.
Yes.
Emperor here
Like this line as
just
well.
needs to settle. Sneaks
Ooh,
in.
kinda- Yeah. Great distance
Mm-hmm.
though.
And if you can get down into the flat and have it check up, like we said, it gives you so many more options on your second shot, but he's going to have to contend with that bush line there. This looks great for Stone as well.
Mm-hmm. He'll have options from there whether he wants to. Oh, I was about to say go forehand, but I don't think we've seen him throw
No, I don't
forehand.
think we have.
And you have to be really careful around the green because it's sandy.
Mhm.
So any approach shots could easily skip OB or start walking or rolling down the hill. It's not like exactly flat, so there's a lot of treachery that goes on there. So picking how you want to attack it is important here.
This one is pretty much a completely blind shot. You're picking the gap that you're trying to hit between these trees and hoping that it punches through.
Oh,
Kind of does.
and
Yeah.
that's what he did. Mm-hmm.
Harper, I like this play here. If you have it, it's going spike.
Wow.
That's it.
Oh.
Get back over. Oh, that's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah.
Out of his hand, I liked it. I didn't think it was going to get that kind of reaction.
Yeah, kind of just it kept going forward. Johnny is
That's She's waving the flag and walking down.
Never mind, it rolled back in.
Oh, it rolled back
But it
in.
rolled
Okay.
back in, so it's still inbound.
Good job with the spotter going over there to confirm. Oh, that might have saved him.
Good tree. Yeah, see, I talked
Yeah.
about how dangerous this green is.
Johnny, you can see the target there through the branches that he's looking at, but he can't really go directly at it. Or maybe he can. Oh, that's what I thought.
Oh.
There's a lot of cabbage in the way there. It kind of clips down your disc.
Mm-hmm.
Still smiling, though. Gotta love it. 100 degrees. Still smiling. Get in.
Nice bid. Did it stay safe?
Yes.
Okay.
Harper, after going OB on his approach, saves it.
Nice putt to save the par.
Really well done. This hole playing over par on the day. Only 6 birdies.
I mean, it is
There's one of them.
quite long and difficult par
Yep.
4. So,
We saw the one there from Logan, Calvin Pettigrew, who we saw creeping up the leaderboard. Brandon Brown getting it as well. CJ Sylvester, Chase Garcia, and Will Hudson, the other birdies on the day.
all right, here we go with a signature hole. Hole 14 is a par 5, 1,074 feet. You got this OB car path all the way down the length of the hole. We see some newly planted trees where you want to land your first shot. After the first shot, you want to get around that crepe myrtle and approach the basket. A 3 is possible here, but as we see, the OB pinches as you get closer to the basket with the car path and the water that is on the right.
Yeah, OB just funnels closer and closer as you progress down this entirety of this hole.
Yeah, so the more aggressive you get towards the end, the more likely you are to find the
I
OB.
feel like that disc was in the air forever.
Man, look at that.
I'm looking. Right out there with Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Stone getting some drift on this as well. Starting to fight back over. Has to hang on.
Ooh, it sticks right before going OB, so that's great. Stays in bounds.
From up there, you think you have so much room to work the disc, but you realize when the disc is that high in the air, it can do so many things, and that OB can come up on you faster than you think.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it starts to pinch right where you wanna
Yeah.
land.
Thank you.
Harper getting that one way out there. This looks like a solid second shot. Just needs to fight on over.
Mm-hmm. That's a good shot there. Staying clean, still giving a line to the basket.
Johnny having to deal with some of these saplings here. And navigates the shot nicely.
Mm-hmm. Logan choosing between discs. Let's see if he chose the right one.
Needs to beat those and
Oh,
does.
he beat that. And I will say yes, he did. Inside the circle.
That's for Eagle, right?
That is
Wow.
for Eagle.
Harper going
Harper with the
big hyzer.
with the longest drive. And taking a big
Okay.
spike. I feel like this is just in Stone's wheelhouse
Yeah,
all
he's,
day.
he's been
Just-
putting these like under the basket like that.
yeah, just like that.
Well, another turbo.
Oh, we have a
Come
turbo.
on. Got it. Oh,
Oh,
come on.
so close. Man. We're gonna get
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those. I hope we could get one of those.
Yes. What a
He
putt.
knew it.
Let's get another look at that one here for Harper Thompson. Beauty, walking it in out of his hand. Getting him to 20 under. Logan with the much easier eagle to get him to 20 as well. So keeping pace. Birdie there for Stone. And Johnny will tap in the Supernova frame.
That's what we're
Why
calling
not?
it.
All right, I like that par 5. Let's do another one. Hole 15, par 5, 987 feet. This one not nearly as much elevation involved. A little bit of right to left slope though on the majority of this hole here. Your second shot, as long as you land somewhere back there where the drone was, will kind of funnel through this right-hand side. There's also a left-hand line that a lot of people will take if they go roller and kind of try to expand and get away from the tree line here on the right. So really pick your poison. A lot of different ways to try to get the look at the birdie on this one.
Yeah, I feel like after your first shot is when you determine if you're going to the left or right. I really have no clue when I was droning what the players were going to do, so I just picked the easier one to fly.
There you go. Logan, right side. I think he was expecting that to either cut through or fight out. This is way up in the air. It's starting to flatten back out.
And I think that's going to force his hand on having to go to the left route. Johnny with a booming Annie.
Yeah, but maybe too much angle there. He's going to get a little bit of finish to the right. This cart path does not play as out of bounds on this section of the hole here.
There's the roller we were expecting. Well, I was expecting anyway.
Oh, and it's holding cut too.
It is. It's going to come back though. It is.
Sliding up the hill, and he's going to be right there,
Okay.
near Harper.
It's kind of hard to determine which way he's going to go here. Oh, okay.
Right side, but the stable disc is going to fight back out and put him up on that second plateau. So he'll have like an across hyzer possibly look at it, but he's going to have some low ceiling issues to contend with. Oh,
Low ceiling, high floor. There's bushes in the way. There's a lot going on when you're coming from that side.
Stone looking to line up another roller here, which I like the play. You want it to finish right as much as you can. Let's see if he chose the right stability here. It needs to start getting over now. Not quite going to do it.
It doesn't.
Just kind of stayed flat and straight for the most part. And once it goes uphill there, it just didn't quite have the understability to just cut right.
Yeah.
Another roller.
Another roller.
Is this the right stability?
That was fighting more.
A little bit more fight, yeah. It's hard to get it to turn and go up the hill and then have it still be
Yeah,
understable enough to do the right side turn.
Correct. Like for that to get by the basket. Ooh, that's low.
That is,
That's a lot lower than he wanted there.
yeah, it's going to be
It's going to put him outside the circle.
circle two
but,
uphill too.
Yeah. With OB right
Yeah.
behind it. That OB is immediately behind
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. The cart path does not play as out of bounds on the first part of this hole, but once you get to the actual green here, it does play as out of bounds long. So it's a little bit of a weird rule for this hole in terms of the out of bounds. You can see the line there.
it. Well, it separates the hole 6
Yeah.
from this hole. So it's OB for hole 6 and also OB for hole 15.
Oh, is that right in the bush? No, he went over it. Okay.
Yeah, but see that bush is there. There's just so much obstruction when you're coming from that left side.
This is a harder putt than Logan would like here. Circle 2, like we said, uphill.
OB immediately behind it. It's on the slope, so any cage hits could roll away.
Or you can just drop it in.
None of that matters if it's in the basket. Yeah, none of that matters.
Great putt there. And the birdie there. As Harper matches to keep pace. These guys are just going back and forth all around. And they continue to be in a dead heat for first so far on the card.
Another birdie by JohnE McCray.
Clean back 9 so far with 3 birdies.
And Stone making this a
Regular
Star
star
frame.
Yeah. No supernova, just regular.
All right, hole 16. This is a long par 4. With most of the par 4s, you want to get off and get into the ideal landing area. We do have OB on the left and the right, framing up what is the fairway. Ideally, you want to land up right about here or just in front so that you can then approach the green under or around that tree, working up to the basket. Again, OB is looming right there just to the right of the basket, so be careful with your approaches. And that is looking prime.
That's so
Yep.
good. Never left the center line.
And pushed past a little ditch that could become bad footing. But most of these players can do that.
Harper getting a little drift on this. He's heading towards that am pin on the right. And where out of bounds is, and does stay safe.
He parks the wrong basket. Just
Yeah.
like most disc golfers do at one point. Johnny has some movement on this, but I think he likes it because he just walked away. He knows exactly where it's going to end up.
Yep. Center as well. I have really enjoyed watching Stone Smith's game today. As this one, he might not enjoy
yeah.
watching this one sailing right. Needs to hurry.
Was that lady to kick it back in?
Oh, and it sneaks back in.
Wow. So 2 guys flirting with that OB right side.
They have different looks at the pin that I'm used to commentating about.
I'm liking it.
Oh yeah, JohnE McCray in the bullseye. Have himself a drop-in birdie. Wind starting to pick up here a bit. As the sky kind of got overcast, as there were some threats of rain throughout the weekend. And these last couple holes we're going to be playing with some cloudy conditions and a little bit more wind. This is tricky. You got this am pin right in the way.
Yeah.
Goes around it, but getting pushed. Okay.
Yeah. I think he committed to going around it and staying away from the OB. And again, I think the am pin may have affected, even if it was just in his mind while he was throwing.
You can see Logan taking a couple of extra beats. Traditionally, he just steps up and throws, but knowing the magnitude of being tied so far heading into this, what will be the final round, unless something drastic happens to him here these last couple holes. So he wants to make sure he gets this shot right, leaving it a little bit short as well.
You can see the wind was blowing a lot more vigorously when he was approaching than it is right now. And again, with that OB looming to the right. You just
That's such a big putt. He's got OB right behind that pin. If he misses that, it's definitely out of bounds.
yeah, especially from that distance. Yeah, that was a great putt.
Really impressed with Harper's game this weekend so far. Just been steady from the jump and has continued. And that one low.
Ooh.
Never had a chance.
No.
Strong putt there for Stone Smith to get his birdie.
I think Stone is saying what up to his putt as it goes into the best. He's like, what's up? I think that's the motion that I get. I like it.
Johnny with a stress-free drop-in birdie there as the wind continues to whip. And we're going to head into a par 3 here for hole 17. This one 387 feet, pretty wide open, generous fairway to contend with. You have the crepe myrtle here in the center of the fairway that you need to beat. Most guys are going to go inside of that crepe myrtle, get their disc falling over to the left-hand side and trying to land somewhere right around this cart path as a general landing area. You do have a little bit of rollaway potential on the left-hand side of this green and slightly behind it. But this is pretty much stock for these guys. I would expect them to chomp this one up.
Mm-hmm. And the cart path that we saw does not come into play as OB or anything.
That looks pretty good for Harper there. Just needs to get left. It should be okay there. We'll see how far away he is from the actual pin.
Mm-hmm. This looks like a great line if it's going to finish. That
It's
stays
too
straight.
yeah. Don't know if that was the wind or the disc itself. Johnny not loving it, shaking his head a bit.
And that one stayed straight
Oh,
as
there's some
well.
skip.
Oh, well, I said that.
Logan,
And there is a route over the crepe meadow
Yeah,
as
there is.
well.
if you land on enough angle there, the ground can kind of absorb your skip and keep you close. So we'll see where Logan actually ended up there. Johnny the stepper.
Johnny. Oh, so close again.
You can see that fly was a tailwind too. It dropped his putt right at the end.
So Logan went past. He's putting back into a headwind.
Look at that read.
Oh,
What a
wow.
read on that putt. Lifted it just at the end, but aimed it beautifully. Held it just inside that catching zone. Beautifully done.
Oh, kept his up just a little bit longer than he wanted.
The chess match continues here as that's going to be another tie with 18 left here on moving day.
Johnny drops in his par.
What a round. Logan's, what, 11, 12 down now? That's crazy.
Yeah. Stone dropping in his par as well. All right, here we go on this finishing hole. 18 is a par 5 coming in at 800 feet. You want to make it through those crepe myrtles that are framing up the fairway. You'll probably land around this area, if not just before it. Then you have to wait. The drone doesn't do it justice. You have to make your way really uphill to get to this perched greenery with OB right behind it to the left. Well, I guess really just more so behind it. Ooh, he's not going to make it through the first crepe myrtle, but he lands in a favorable position in the middle.
This is one of the changes from last year. If you watch last year's coverage, this played as a par 4, and it was almost impossible to get the 3. There were very few 3s on it, so they made it a par 5 this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's about where you want to be there.
Yeah, that's exactly where you want to be.
Johnny going with the wide line.
Johnny going.
Here it is, flexing back out and over.
He's under the tree, so not ideal, but still has something to work with. Stone taking the stone line.
Yeah, looks to be similar to Johnny's. Let's see if he can avoid that last tree there. Looks like he'll still have to contend with it on his second shot. We'll see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that pulled too much? It is.
Yeah.
He actually hit his rib on his follow through, and then he showed us he left a mark
Wow.
on his pull through there, so that caused him to yank a little bit. Recovers nicely though.
See what Johnny has from under here.
Throwing from a low ceiling area up into a hillside, and he gets over on it too much and pulls it over into that last tree there on the right, which just gobbles up anything that comes up near it.
I felt like he made it to the edge of the outside, though, on the backside. So if that's the case, he'll still have some type of play up to the green, not just a punch
Hopefully
out.
so. Stone, nicely done. He'll have a pretty clean looking approach to try to get up and down for the birdie.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if Harper can take advantage here of a big drive. That's turned.
Oh, that's going right into that tree. There's no hope of fighting out of that.
Saw it kind of plinko down.
Mm-hmm.
Stone floating.
Stone.
Sit down. That's gonna be OB.
Yeah, it comes up quick when you're down below the basket and throwing up.
Logan with the jump putt approach. Beautifully done. Good touch there.
Mm-hmm. Harper is well inside here, just trying to punch out and punches too far. He is now OB as well.
That's
You want to come out of there? No, I'm good. Okay.
just gonna live amongst.
No, I'm good.
Gonna
I'll
live
stay
amongst
here.
the trees. I get it.
I'm gonna dwell here on this.
That's got to be disappointing.
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny did punch through to the backside, so he had an easy up from his
Man,
position.
this is not what you want after that drive. Harper with a chance to really kind of put his foot on the pedal here and push a little bit heading into the final round. And unfortunately, a couple of costly mistakes here. Now he's got this for par. It's low.
And just low. Stone saving his par with the OB stroke there.
Hey, let me help you. Let me get the 10%. Fibers are expensive, damn it.
Logan in for his par after.
Man, that was a long battle for
It
Logan to get
was.
that par.
Yeah, that was a working man's par there. Johnny with a birdie to close out his round. And unfortunately, the bogey as Harper's going to relent here and lose the lead.
Now, taking a look at the leaderboard, Logan Bowers makes his way to the top. Harper in second. We have Calvin Pettigrew shot a decent round to make his way to the leader card here. JohnE McCray will be on for his third round of this event. Looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Yeah, shout out to Calvin Pettigrew shooting a 12 down, the hot round for the day to put himself on the lead card. We appreciate you guys checking out the action here. Make sure to check us out on all of our socials at Ace Run Pro. Still Still got more action as the final round is still headed your way from the 2024 River Riot. Big shout out to all of our Patreon community for supporting coverage like this. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro. Make sure you come on back to check out the final round for the 2024 River Riot 2.